Hi, I'm Michael Albor. I'm a Matrix Artistic Director, and I'm here with the HairClub in New York City, and I get to work with my beautiful client, Isabelle, and we're gonna put her hair half up, half down with a little sweet knot on the side. So the first thing that I want to do is actually put a little bit more texture to Isabelle's hair. She's wearing Xtrands Plus today, which I really, really love. It's one of the HairClub's nice solutions. And what I love about it is Isabelle's also a hairdresser herself who also colored this hair, and I love the color. She used these really pearlized kind of water color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Isabelle's hair and I'm gonna actually just pin it up. And when I'm pinning up hair, a lot of times really loosely, so that I can get to the underneath to curl it, I like to use a chopstick just to hold up the rest of the hair. Now, I'm not gonna be putting a lot of curl in it because curl right now, we don't wanna see it like a curl, like a ringlet. We wanna see it more distressed and soft and a little bit more bohemian. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my chopstick, I'm gonna put it underneath the hair, twist the hair around in a knot, and then just stick this through, and that's gonna hold this hair up and out of the way as I work on the hair underneath. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray the hair by one of Biolage by Matrix products called Thermal Active Spray. And what's great about Thermal Active Spray is it's gonna protect the hair up to 450 degrees from the heat of your iron, curling iron, flat iron, but it's also gonna add just a tiny bit of starch and a wonderful shine. So we're gonna spray it on both sides of the hair. And then what I'm gonna do is lightly brush through it. And you can see how silky and beautiful I made it already. But I'm gonna go in with my 1-inch curling iron. And I'm gonna start to just put some soft wave back into Isabelle's hair. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just take and bend the middle part of her hair around my iron and not the ends. I'm gonna leave the ends of her hair straight. I'm gonna just bump the ends for 1 second on the iron, but I don't want those to curl at all, and that's gonna give me more of an undone texture with our curl. So we'll leave that down. Now I'm gonna take the other side, and I'm not trying to put a lot of curl in her hair, so you're not gonna see me section very fine sections. I'm doing them about 1 inch wide to 2 inches wide, and I'm just curling the middle. And then our ends will just tamp around the iron just to give it a little bit of shine. Hold it there for a few seconds, and then softly release it. And when you can see kind of what it's gonna start to give us, it gives us that little bit of bend in the middle, but these ends are be a little bit straighter. So one of my things is when I'm trying to do undone kind of textures and curls, what I really like to do is switch back and forth from a curling iron to a flat iron. So these next curls that we do, we're gonna actually use a flat iron. I feel like when I'm trying to do a little bit more undone wave pattern, if I switch back and forth to different types of irons, it's gonna give me that automatically. So again, I'm gonna spray with my Thermal Active, and then let's go to our flat iron. So as we go to our flat iron, on this next section of hair, I'm actually going to again just curl the middle of her hair. I'm not gonna worry about the base, and I'm not gonna worry about the ends, except to add a little bit of polish. So I'm gonna lightly go over the hair to give it a little bit of heat. And then I'm gonna go 2 revolutions with my iron. And then as I do the ends, I'm just gonna pull straight down just to give it a little bit of polish. So you can see what it did for me. It gave me just a wave in the middle and then kind of these straighter ends. So I'll take my next section in the middle I'm gonna do the same thing. Remember I have that thermal active spray in there. I'm just gonna heat up the base of her hair. Then I'm gonna go 2 revolutions with the middle. And then pull straight through to the ends. So again, that just gave me this soft bend in the middle, straighter ends. Then let's move to the side. So we do the side. I'm just gonna go in, give a little polish to the base of her hair, and then I'm going to wave 2 revolutions in the middle, and then straight through to the ends. Just leaving that polish right in the middle of her hair. So now let's take another section and we'll go back to our curling iron. And then we'll only do 1 more section around the front. Go in with our thermal active spray again, just so we make sure we protect the hair. And now we're gonna go in with our iron again. This time when we go in with our iron, I'm going to take about 1-inch sections, and I'm gonna take my iron and I'm gonna put it in the hair horizontally. And again, I'm just gonna roll up the middle. When you go in horizontally with an iron, what happens is you get a wave. You get almost a finger wave shaping versus a spiral curl. As I pull it out, I'm gonna lightly tug on the hair and then just let it wave back and forth. Take another section. Go in with the iron horizontally. And again, by doing all of these different types of curls in one head, using flat iron, using a curling iron, it's gonna be a little bit more natural, a little more undone, and a little softer. So we'll do this all the way around this next section. And what's great is I'm not even trying to curl her whole head, and it's gonna give me enough of that texture to complete my style. Horizontally with my iron, just in the middle. We're not curling the base, we're not curling the ends, just kind of wrapping it around the iron for a second for some shine, and then just pulling it out. And then when we go back with our iron, we're just gonna grab pieces of hair. We're gonna roll some forward and then some backwards. So this first piece, let's just roll just the middle. We're not doing the base, we're not doing the ends. And then pick up a piece of hair. And remember, we're gonna go forward with some of them and then backwards with the others. So let's go forward with this piece. Okay, now that we have it curled, what we're gonna start to do is break up the hair a little bit. So what I'm gonna use is my Frizz Control styling spray. And what that's gonna do is make it so that the hair does not frizz back up. It's a product by Raw, by Matrix. It's in our Biolage line. And it's gonna keep the hair all day from frizzing, and it's gonna add shine, and it's gonna allow me to break up this hair and leave it kind of distressed, but also polished. Right now, styles that are really, really polished at the base are really, really popular. And the wave is kind of more destructed. It's not just beach waves, it's a little softer, a little more destructed. So we'll put that in. And now what we're gonna do is basically tie back her hair. But to do that, what we're gonna use is a knotting technique. So I'm gonna go to the front, and I'm gonna pick a piece of hair right here. And right at the front of her hairline, I'm gonna go up and over the top, like that. And then I'm gonna put my fingers through, get that piece of hair, and then pull it right through, and it's gonna create this little lovely knotting technique. So then on the surface of her hair, I'm just gonna grab sections. I'm gonna go up underneath, and then over the top, and pull through. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go pull a little bit more hair over the surface of her head, pull up over the top, put my fingers through, grab that hair, and then pull through. And then what happens is it gathers and it lays flat to the head as we go. One more section, pulling up over the top, pulling back through, and looping through. Up over the top, through, and looping through. So now I'm gonna take this little last section, and I'm going to band this little last section, and then do the same thing on the other side. And we'll keep doing that until we meet the other one from the other side. And it really puts this really beautiful kind of lacing on top of the hair. So we'll do this second one, and we'll add this second one to the first one. Pull a little piece of our rubber band and add them together. And there you have this really cool, soft summer. She's ready for the concerts of the summer, right?
Yep.
Go back through with a little bit more of our frizz control to add some added shine. And then there you go.